Hey guys, it's your girl AJ, the Glamour Witch, and I'm back for another video. Today's video, we are going to be talking about a Glamour Magick tip and a staple that you can use to enhance your overall Glamour Magick power. Now, if you are someone who watched and viewed my recent video about Sugar Baby Magic, you're really going to want to perk your ears up and listen to this, because this is going to help you understand how to work with your own personal natal chart to enhance your seduction and allure, thus building on your Glamour Magick and giving you some insights into how to transform yourself into a more confident seductress. So if you're interested in learning more, just keep watching.
Come and cast a spell with me. Come and cast a spell with me. Come and cast a spell with me. Oh, come and cast a spell.
So today we're going to be talking about a very specific astrological placement. I want to start off by saying you don't have to work with astrology to do Glamour Magick, but it can be very helpful if you don't know where to start. Now, I do have a video up on my page here on how to enchant your makeup routine, each part of it with a magical intention. You can always watch that for inspiration and insight. But this is going to be specifically talking about how to access the magic of your Black Moon Lilith placement. Now, your Lilith sign is very, very useful and helpful in Glamour Magick because it helps to enhance your personal magnetism, your charm, the mystique, that independent, self-sufficient part of yourself that really stands in your power and is able to command any room that you walk into. Lilith, the history of Lilith in and of herself is one of divine, dark feminine power, freeing yourself from oppression and from subserviency to a man specifically, but also being willing to venture out into the night, into the subconscious, into the darker parts of yourself to retrieve those hidden treasures that can only be found when facing your truth and your deepest fears. So this is a really, really great placement to use when working with Glamour Magick. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, use your sun sign, use your moon sign, use your Venus sign, and all those can be fantastic. And even your rising sign can be fantastic for enhancing your Glamour Magick and giving you an idea of how to restructure maybe your wardrobe or your makeup or your hair or other facets of yourself that need to be unlocked and tapped into that you just maybe haven't. They can be great indicators, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't explore those places, but this one goes really deep. And I want to give you a little bit of a history lesson about Lilith and the placement of this astrological placement and what you can do with it. And then I'm going to show you what I do with my personal Lilith, and so you can get an example of like how to kind of take that on and embody those energies. So let's talk about the history of Lilith. Now, Lilith is a female figure that is steeped in folklore and mythology because Lilith was said to be Adam's first wife. And what's significant about Lilith's story is that she didn't come from Adam. She was pulled from the earth just as Adam was. She was his equal, right? And so that is a part of the story that I think is really important to mention. And when we hear about Adam and Eve, we mainly hear that Eve was taken from Adam's rib and formulated from Adam's essence. But Lilith, who was created in the same way that Adam was a very powerful force just as he was. The difference was that Adam wanted Lilith to be subservient to him, and she refused. She chose to leave the Garden of Eden and venture out to find her own way. So this is why she is kind of synonymous with female empowerment, the nighttime seduction, sensuality, and going into the darker aspects of yourself to find your strength and your power without needing the assistance or the rule of a man to get you there. This act of defiance is a staple for Lilith. making her a representation of autonomy and liberation, allowing her to envision her life beyond the scope of whatever it was that she would have with Adam, but to really stake her claim in her own reality and take hold of her visions and her dreams. So when we're talking about using Lilith in Glamour Magick, we're talking about autonomy and independence, using this unyielding, self-awareness and self-confidence to go after what it is that you want and to be strong in your own desires. Lilith is also really great for enhancing your sensuality, finding your strength and liberation in your sexual energy, right? It's about removing shame from your sexuality and your sensuality and allowing yourself to be present with that no matter where it is that you are, no matter what age you are. This is a really powerful trait of Lilith. And Lilith talks about the repressed parts of ourselves, the parts that are in the shadows, the work that is unseen, that must be addressed and dealt with for us to really fully emerge in our most confident and authentic light. And because Lilith is the goddess of the night, she is all about mystery and magic, making her a potent energy to call upon for things like glamour magic or magic in general that requires you to stand in your power. So when you're thinking of Lilith, you're going to think of things like rebellion, empowerment, mysticism, and sexuality. So in astrology, your Lilith or your Black Moon Lilith represents the point in your chart where you find your inner wildness and your untamed spirit. This is where you hold your deepest desires, your fears, and your raw power. And this is also a place where you can look to find out how to harness these energies to enhance your glamour magic. Working alongside your Lilith sign is great for improving your self-empowerment, giving you a deeper sense of self, leading you to an increased self-confidence and a stronger presence. This placement can also enhance your charisma and your allure, making you more compelling and influential in your professional spaces or in your personal life. And also, Lilith requires deep introspection. It is about personal growth and actualizing yourself and your truth through doing the healing work that is required. It leads to spiritual maturity and ultimately holistic evolution. So how do you begin to work with your Lilith? First, you're going to want to pull up your birth chart. There are many different websites out there that offer free birth chart readings. You're going to want to look for your Black Moon Lilith, okay? And the symbol is going to look like this. And you're going to want to find out what sign that it's in. That's a good place to start. And then you want to find out what house it's in. Now, again, I'm not going to get into all that because I'm not an astrologer, but there are plenty of people out there who can actually read it for you. You can tell you what house it's in. There are apps that can tell you where that is. And I will try to share some that I like personally. But I will say this, it's probably easier for you to just go to someone and professionally have your chart read and find out a little bit more in depth about that placement and what you came here to learn with it. Because again, it does talk about these deepest fears and insecurities and the things that we're meant to learn and stand in our power with in this life, right? Challenges that we're going to constantly face with our own personal insecurities in this life that we get to rise out of and to be empowered in. So it's probably better for you to work alongside somebody who is a professional in these endeavors to give you the tools and the keys to be able to really understand what it is, rather than have a blanket kind of one size fit all video on, specific signs or whatever the case may be. But I will show you what it is that I would do. And I do offer more insight into this in my Glamour Magick Academy. So like we said, you're going to want to look at your chart and just see what your placements are. You're going to want to see what your Black Moon Lilith is and also what house it is. So for me, mine is a Lilith in Aries in the first house. And with it being about past trauma and repressed wounds, it's also about hidden strengths as well. You can invoke the Lilith energy through affirmations, through meditations, through symbols, and through, again, glamour magic rituals and techniques that pull on certain things like color magic or wardrobe workings or whatever it is that you personally feel in your essence that you like to do. Maybe your skincare routine, maybe you're trying to do something different with your hair. your nail colors, whatever the case may be. You can actually tap into the energies of the specific placements of your personal Black Moon Lilith. You can also create a dedicated altar to this part of yourself where you really go in and light candles and do spell work and meditations to really invoke the positive influences and to help you go deeper into some of those more subconscious issues that come up and that arise in, you know, doing that inner healing work. And I'm sorry, I'm looking over because my cat is doing something. What do you see down there? You see something down there? Okay. No. So just really quick, I'm going to go over just a very brief breakdown of each of the zodiac signs in the placement of Lilith, okay? And like I said, my Lilith is in Aries, so this is going to be the first one. And Lilith in Aries is all about assertion, embracing your boldness, and your pioneering spirit. Colors for this Black Moon Lilith are red and gold, and the kind of wardrobe that I would wear with this would be something that is more edgy and athletic, even playing with things like different patterns or leather and different textures. But it's about being bold and different, but also kind of this fiery energy as well that really stands out and shocks the senses. It's about creating something that makes you feel fearless and unstoppable. Lilith in Taurus is all about harnessing beauty, sensuality, and stability. The colors would be green and pink. When it comes to style, I would think more luxurious and earthy. Anything that allows you to embrace your sensual power. Lilith in Gemini is all about wit, adaptability, and charm. The colors I would play with here are yellow and silver, and the style would be things that are more trendy but versatile. Anything that helps you communicate your desires with ease and allows you to feel free-flowing in your expression. Cancer and Lilith is all about tapping into your intuition, your nurturing abilities, and your emotional depth. I'd play with colors like silver and white, styles and outfits that are soft and flowy. Lilith in Leo placement are all about channeling your creativity, your confidence, and your leadership abilities. Your colors are going to be gold and orange, and your style should be more dramatic and glamorous if you can. Things that really let you shine and stand out while you also inspire others to do the same. Lilith in Virgo is about precision, service, and purity. I would play with colors like navy and beige. The style is more polished and minimalistic, finding your power through precision. If your Lilith is in Libra, this is about utilizing your charm, diplomacy, and your aesthetic sense. The colors I would use for this: pinks, blues, pastel colors, things that are very Venetian. The style that I would play with here is elegant and balanced in your look, creating a harmonious energy within your beauty. If your Lilith is in Scorpio, this is about embracing transformation, intensity, and mystery. The colors are going to be a black or a deep red. Style will be anything that is alluring and mysterious, embracing that energy of transformational power. Lilith in Sagittarius seeks adventure, freedom, and wisdom. And I would play with purples and teals and styles that are more bohemian and eccentric. Things that give you the courage to explore the world around you with curiosity. If your Lilith is in Capricorn, this is about cultivating ambition, discipline, and resilience. The colors I would work with here would be more gray or black, and the styles that I would play with here are sophisticated and structured. Think like the sexy office siren style that's going around now, like that's definitely giving Lilith in Capricorn. If your Lilith is in Aquarius, try embracing your innovation, your uniqueness, and your rebellion. We're talking about colors, we're thinking electric blues and silvers, and the style is gonna be more futuristic and unconventional, things that allow you to celebrate your individuality. Lilith in Pisces is all about tapping into your imagination, compassion, and spirituality. Try colors like seafoam green or sea green and lavender, and the style is going to be more ethereal, dreamy, otherworldly, things that make you feel like a divine being or connected to divine energy. These are just very basic, flat not very detailed and in-depth explanations for each one of these placements, but I did want to give you some place to start. You can always go online and research a little bit more about your specific Lilith placement. But these are just to get you started in a direction. Let's talk about the signs that you're already activating your Lilith placement. If you're already working in these pockets and in these veins, and if you start to do this work, what are the signs that you should be looking for that it's working and that you are starting to get the results that you want? Now, the obvious results are going to be things that you can feel for yourself, and you're not going to need me to tell you that. But if you're starting to sense that things are starting to clear up for you in the areas of self-confidence, then you know you're starting to get there. But I do want to go over a little bit of a list that may be something that you're already tapping into or you're already working on. And by knowing this information, it can give you a little bit more confidence to know that you're already playing in these areas as is, and maybe you can take it to the next level, or maybe you want to work on something else specifically, maybe you want to amplify something, or maybe you want to pull all these things together to create a really powerful Glamour Magick ritual or a spell working to get you through a specific task or vision or manifestation that you're trying to call into your life. The first one is an increased self-awareness. You're going to have a deeper understanding of your fears, your insecurities, your deepest desires, and you're going to embrace all of those parts, even the shadow aspects of yourself, with love and warmth and, you know, a respect for the reason that those things have to be there, the lessons that those parts of you are teaching you. You don't shame yourself for the shadow aspects. You embrace them and you ask, what are these things trying to show me about myself? And in turn, you begin to love finding out other layers of yourself, even if it's not so glamorous, because you know that there's a hidden treasure behind those issues once you start to heal and grow. The second one is empowerment. You start to feel more confident in asserting your true self and putting yourself out there and not being worried about being judged. You almost feel like you have no other choice but to be this way, and you don't care if it rubs someone else the wrong way, your personal empowerment, because you know that the right types of people will also be inspired by you, support you, and bring out even more of that empowerment in you just because they love seeing you in that empowered state. You can also discover that you are more drawn to rituals at night, moon magic, ceremonies, and just being more drawn to Lilith content on social media. There's an aspect of her story and, you know, her archetype that really inspires you, that you incorporate into your life as a solid truth that actually allows you to be more attractive and mysterious, and that actually pulls people in, right? You can see that the more you're willing to be in this kind of sultry, and I don't want to say dark because dark has like a negative connotation to it, but like you're not afraid to put yourself, like you're not afraid of the dark, right? You're not afraid of the dark, the macabre, the nighttime, like those things don't scare you, right? You embrace them because there's a sexiness to that and you're attracted to mysticism. Another way to know that you're already working with your Lilith placement is embracing your sexuality. You are fully in alignment and completely accept your sexual identity and your sexual expression. You ask for what you want sexually and you take responsibility for your sexual experiences. You don't hold your partner accountable for getting you where you need to go sexually. You take charge and you say what it is that you want, what you like, what you don't like, the taboos, the things you want to try. You explore, right? Like you're not afraid of embracing these truths. And if you're somebody who also is free in your sexuality, your sexual identity, or your sexual orientation, you're already starting to work in your Lilith by allowing yourself to love and to be loved by anyone who you desire, instead of being conforming to societal norms or expectations from either your friends, family, or peers. The last one is, again, similar, but rebellion, right? You reject social norms. You do what it is that you feel called to do and not what is expected of you or what other people do, right? You're not a hive mind thinker. You are not someone who needs someone to lead them or tell them what to do, to go after something, or to believe in themselves, or to do the damn thing. You seek the information, the knowledge that's going to empower you to make choices for yourself, and you're not afraid of being an outcast or the oddball in the situation or in the crowd. So I want to jump into how I would personally use my Lilith placement to do a Glamour Magick ritual. I am going to do a makeup look and a wardrobe look. I am already starting to embrace it with this blonde hair look with the golden energy. I actually went and got blood work done the other day, just like a regular checkup. And this old man just turns to me, he said, "I love your hair. Like, it looks like fire coming from your, you know, like trestles of flames coming from you." And I was like, "Ooh, I like that. Thank you, sir." But not too close. I'll lead you guys through what I would do in a makeup like ritual situation, and then the outfit that I would choose to pair with my Lilith. Okay, so like I said, I am going to be working with my Black Moon Lilith. Mine is in Aries in my first house. And so your first house is about your image, your literal appearance, the way that you show up in the world, right? And so in Aries, it's about bold, assertive, fiery styles that command attention. It's amplifying your charm and your charisma. So I'm going to be playing with colors like gold. I mean, my hair is already that. Black, leather. It's going to be like a fiery kind of zest. And I may try to play with some other colors in my eye, like my eye makeup. We're just going to kind of find it. And I'm going to lead you guys through that process. I'm not going to go through each individual thing, like how I bless it and charge it. But I will let you guys see like my general process with the whole thing. This primer, that it be a magical base, cleansing all blockages from this ritual and this magical intention. Be bold, assertive, and confident. I am a leader. I am a pioneering spirit. I am a trailblazer. If you want to know how to bless each element of your makeup routine, I highly recommend that you get my book, Baddie, Bruja Secrets, because I actually go over each individual spiritual meaning for different cosmetic products. So your foundation, highlighter, concealer, all of that. I break it down so that you know what you can use it for. It's basically like a blueprint. You can obviously do whatever you want and be creative. I have a video here on YouTube talking about it a little bit more in depth. But again, all of my deep seated tips and tricks are always going to be in my Glamour Magick course at the Glamour Magick Academy. So consider it. Consider it, bitch. You know you want to. You know you want to see what the fuck I got going on if I'm doing this. So go ahead and sign up, girl. Just do it. Just do it. Okay, so I am moving on to my eyeshadow look. I have already put on a primer, and so I'm gonna dig into this palette. I do have a red palette, which I thought was in here, that I'm considering pulling out, but I don't like the pigmentation of that palette. Like, I feel like I have to pack so much on the brush. I really need to get some new palettes, but this could also be something that you can do, like when you go to purchase makeup, is purchase your makeup according to your Lilith, your Venus, your sun sign, whatever the case may be, so that you have those things available to you, like finding color palettes that kind of like dip into those places so that you can actually try them out and see how it looks. If you're afraid of going head first, I'd try drugstore makeup first and then work your way up to the kind of like more higher priced cosmetic items. But this one is a nice little matte and shimmer palette, and it does have some like coppers and golds and everything like that. So I'm gonna play with that. I'm really just making this up as I go, But because I understand color magic, I'm going to wield that knowledge in this work. So I'm starting out with a kind of just a transition shade. This is like a brown. So browns are exactly what you would think that they're good for: grounding your energy. They can be great for stabilizing energy. It can be great for solidifying energy. So I'm gonna just use this as a transition shade because I want to feel grounded in my vibration, where, sorry, girl, you know these wigs, you know how these wigs go sometimes. Feeling grounded in my power and in my energy so that I'm not chaotic and all over the place, because Aries energy can be a little chaotic. Fire energy can be very chaotic and almost dangerous sometimes. So I want to stabilize it so that I'm able to harness it exactly the way that I want to, but I also want it to be grounded in my strength, right? To be assertive and bold in my expression, but from a place of like, I know that I deserve to be seen and recognized, and I'm going to stand boldly in that without wavering once I get that attention, right? Without being afraid of being the leader, to be in the driver's seat, you know, because it's in my Lilith, it means that I will struggle with those things, right? So you want to pick things that are going to support the shadow and the exalted version of your Lilith. So don't just, look at all the fun and amazing stuff that comes with that sign. Look at the lessons that you're trying to learn. Remember, like I said, working with your Lilith is about working with the darker aspects of yourself, the fears, the insecurities, the worries, the self-doubt, right? And so we want things that are going to help complement, boost, and encourage healing and positive transformation. One of my things are about making executive decisions and taking the lead, which, I'll admit, sometimes I do have an issue with that. And that's crazy to say because I'm a business owner and I'm an entrepreneurial spirit. But sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be the one in charge. Y'all do it. Get someone else to do it. Because it's just like, sometimes my Aquarius nature makes me want to just kind of go into being a recluse and just, it's more about recharging my battery, but ultimately it's because I don't want people to rely on me to the point of like, if something goes wrong or right, or not trusting my judgment always or my decisions always, because I'm like, but is that right? I could do it this way. Like getting into analysis paralysis to the point where nothing happens, right? And that is taking me out of my power, like being too logical and too airy and not putting my foot to the gas and actually making a choice, right? Because even not making a choice is a decision. So we're using this to ground that energy so that it's not chaotic, but also to stabilize the parts of us that feel as though we cannot drive forward, to be confident and stable in our assertion and in our decision making. Now I'm going to kind of work with some of these red colors. I think I'm gonna do like a red right here where I had this, and then like do some like gold shimmers like blending in, very much a smoky eye, like a bold look. But I am going to harp on that red gold energy because I just feel like it's just going to be a really fun color to play with. And here, what I'm doing with the red is I'm calling upon that fiery energy of Aries to activate that assertion, that bold expression, and that trailblazing spirit. So I'm calling upon that fire energy to awaken my passion and to just make me feel more empowered to, really show up and show out. So I'm gonna bless it and activate it for that. I don't know if you guys can see the red here. So I'm thinking that I wanna do gold, but another part of me wants to keep it sultry, but then I'm like, girl, like, go up, go in, go ham, come on. And I feel like I could even get deeper into the sides here, but I really want to play and harp on that like red color. I want it to stand out. But what I think I'm gonna do is, because I'm like, I want that red to be there, I think I'm gonna give a pop of gold, like maybe like some copper going into gold to really like bring in that energy of the fire. So I'm gonna like do a shimmering into gold. I want to remind you that in magic, glitter has its own vibrational frequency, right? And has its own magical intention when we're talking about, you know, spiritual and magical work. Now, glitter wasn't necessarily a traditional thing used, but it still has energetic vibration and it still has intention. And so when we're talking about glitter, we're talking about a raising of vibrational energy. It's about attracting, drawing things in, pulling in light frequency. So it amplifies anything that catches it, you know, that it catches, right? Or the light catches, right? So what I'm going to do here is to play with that red and build it right here in the center of my eye. So you can already see that it's starting to kind of come together here. And this is just to amplify that intention of courage and passion and self-expression and power. You know, Aries is ruled by Mars, so you know, this is a really great energy. It's very sexual energy as well. Mars is a very sensual and sexual planet, very raw, powerful, warlike planet, literally. And we're just gonna put that right here in the center so that I can build it into that gold color into the inner corners. But I do want that red to really stand out. So I'm gonna make sure that the red color has its day to be seen. And we'll bless it to enhance and amplify the energies of that red color that we've already laid down. So if you want to do that too with any of the shades, unless you want to go matte, because some of the Lilith placements will be better with a matte color, right? To stay in those places, especially for people who are doing more minimalistic, you know, soft, earthy tones. You might not go into shimmer colors, or you might, you know, it just depends on you. But for me, your girl gonna go all out every time. All right, so now we are gonna go into a little bit of gold shimmer. So, I'm again gonna go into the inner crease here, or excuse me, the inner corner of my eye, and I'm gonna pack it, take some of the excess, and I'm gonna build it. I may actually go into a different palette for the gold, because this might not be, it's not bad. It might not be the gold that I'm looking for, but who knows? It might be okay. That gold is going to be that fire, that energy that really allows it to pop out and show niggas. Certified by you, man. I'm the one that's got this ding 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 ding, ding 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 ding. And then I am gonna go in, I might go in just a little, like a boom right there with a little black to add like an extra little like boom to the energy, like coals, right? The coals that it's burning from. But so far, you're looking good. Just a little bit more to deepen that inner corner. Yeah. 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 Period. The gold is going to be for recognition, okay? You can also bless the gold, any gold colors, to again amplify good luck, success, victory. So I'm going to bless the gold, okay? It says to do like a bold eye look, like an eyeliner, And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not really good at eyeliner. I'm not super good at eyeliner, but I'm going to try to figure it out. I'm gonna get a little like card and just see what we can do here with a little liner and get really bold and creative with it. So I'll be right back because I can't film that. Okay, so this is the final look. This is me and my Lilith in Aries in my first house. I will show you the whole outfit, but right now I'm going to do my nails because I feel like this look needs a little bit more like really bold energy, and I feel like just by itself it's a little bit flat, but with the right accessories, dressing it up, it's probably going to be one of the more fiery, and I don't know, it's definitely giving, who the fuck is that? Bitch, I ate. I also try to find a red lip. I have a NARS matte lip, but I can't find it for whatever reason, so I guess it's just not meant to be. But if you guys have seen my recent, I did like a little short review on these nails from Loveful, and these nails have a locket on the actual nail that I have blessed and enchanted for different things. So one of them has a enchanted lip balm so that it enchants my words and my speech, and also just like keep my lips hydrated throughout the evening. And the other one is a locket with a couple of a little bit of herbs and some garnet crystals to heighten my passion and to give me more power and potency. And where they're placed is also very important on the hand, as it gives more power to assert your influence and making your hand basically into a magical tool and a magic wand. So I'm going to apply the nails and then we'll go from there. Okay, so here are the nails. These are absolutely gorgeous. Look at these. Look at these. Amazing. I love them. And again, like I said, these are the lockets. And so this one has the herbs and the crystals, and this one has a little bit of lip balm that's been enchanted with a little bit of my Laneige lip balm and a couple drops of some spell oil. And if you haven't seen that video, you can always go to my shorts or my TikTok and just view it yourself. But these are really amazing. You can buy these in different shapes. So this is stiletto. I got these on TikTok Shop, but you can buy, or not stiletto, coffin, I believe is what they're called. But you can get stiletto, you can get any shape that you like and that you desire. Almond, they have all the styles. I'll link them down below. They have really cute nail combinations, and I may start doing a few videos on how to enchant your nails and your nail polish for magical rituals, but I feel like these are perfect for this specific look. So I'm gonna show you the whole look so you can get the whole vibe of the outfit and see what it is that I'm talking about. And then we'll wrap this up and I'll talk to you a little bit more about my last final notes and advice on taking control of your Black Moon Lilith sign and really using it to harness your power and to move throughout the world. Okay, I'll see you in a sec. All right, here's the look. So as you can see, I'm doing a little cheetah moment. I honestly feel like I could have done a red dress, but I do like this vibe. What do you guys think? Comment down below. All right, you guys, so this is the full look. Tell me what you guys think down below in the comment section. How do you feel about the look? Do you feel like it's giving Aries energy? Do you feel like it's giving Lilith energy? Now, if I was going out on the town, I'd probably recurl my hair just so that there's more volume and voluminous, like drama, but like glamorous and almost like who's that energy. So I would just curl this, you know, bump the ends or whatever, and give myself a little extra zhuzh before I leave the house. But it's daytime right now. I'm not going anywhere. But I wanted to say one last thing about doing this kind of work in alignment with your Lilith. you need to remember that above anything, and this goes for life, but also it goes for Glamour Magick, and specifically using Glamour Magick with this particular placement, you need to remember that when doing this work, you have to de-center men. I know that sounds crazy to some of you guys, and that might sound crazy because some of you guys may be doing this to try to attract a male or to attract a partner or new love. And I'm not saying that you can't use this to attract someone who will adore you and love you and want you. But Lilith is all about freeing herself from patriarchal rule and standing in her own sovereignty. It doesn't work if the entire motivation for what it is that you're doing is centered around men and male attention. I understand too that that can be hard to do in today's society, where a lot of the things that we have, all the beauty standards we have, were created by men, and that's hard to do. Like it's hard to unravel that, right? But it needs to be bringing you joy, and the benefit of it potentially also making someone else incredibly obsessed with you is just an added bonus. But decentering men is a part of Lilith's work, the truth of Lilith's power, right? The journey, the story of Lilith, this woman who was, created equally to Adam, but expected to be subservient to him, decided to take her power back and say, you know what, I would rather venture out into the darkness and venture out into the unknown, outside of the comfort of the Garden of Eden, where I have everything that I could possibly want. God has given me everything that a person could, technically need, but I would have to remove my autonomy, my independence, my creativity, my curiosity, and my inner wild, untamed spirit to be someone else's stepping stool. She said, I'm not doing that. I'm going to go venture out and find my own way. And that is how she gained her power in the darkness of the night, where she had those maybe moments of feeling alone and having to delve into the truth, of what it takes to actually be confident in your power, what it takes to actually stand in your own autonomy and your independence and your own sovereignty. That there are benefits, but there is also pain that comes with it as you start to embrace who you are and look at these deeper parts of yourself and deal with these triggers and traumas as they come up. And so a lot of that work is work that is inner work. And a lot of that work is unraveling the narrative that the patriarchal society that we live in has placed upon a lot of women. Now, furthermore, I'd like to say that your Black Moon Lilith does not necessarily have anything to do with gender specifically, but it is feminine energy. And everyone, no matter if they're a male or female or whatever their gender identity is, everyone has a Black Moon Lilith, and they can access this power. And even if you're not stepping into it out of a way to remove yourself in the patriarchy, which I think everyone is, nobody benefits under the patriarchy, not even men. But even if you're a male or a non-binary individual, I promise you that doing this work and decentering any patriarchal standards or ideology is going to help this be more effective and land at a soul level, making the outer and the work that you do on the outer to pair it with Glamour Magick even more effective in shining outward, okay? Making the inner work your priority helps the outer work to shine with more effectiveness. I don't know what just happened there. There was a flub. Also, Mercury retrograde is around the corner, so please don't mind me. But I hope this video was informative. I hope it helped you. If you liked this video and you are interested in learning more about Glamour Magick, I really, really highly recommend that you join my Baddie Bruja membership. But more importantly, I recommend that you join my Glamour Magick Academy. In my Glamour Magick Academy, I break down all the ins and outs of Glamour Magick, how to use it, 4 different sectors of Glamour Magick, and I keep adding to it. You'll have access to that information in that course permanently. You pay one time and you get to continuously take that information in. And then if you feel like you want even more wisdom, more guidance, more juicy deals and exclusive opportunities, then you can join my Baddie Bruja membership, which is a monthly subscription where I have a behind the scenes community where we talk more in depth about different elements. I go into sugar baby magic. I go into so many different things that you're not going to want to miss. So you have to head over to my website, theglamourwitch.com. And right now I am doing a sale. So if you purchase the Glamour Magick Academy course, you get 3 months free of the Baddie Bruja membership, which means you get 3 months to be able to be a part of the community, to test it out, to see if it's something that you want, if you vibe with, if it's something that resonates with you. And if it does, if you do want to be a part of it, you'll already have access. You'll know exactly where to go. You'll know exactly what we're about. And again, all members of my Baddie Bruja membership get discounts on any rituals and spells that I do. And this year I will be sending out a special gift to all of my Baddie Bruja members at the end of the year as a holiday gift. So you want to make sure that you're there for all of it, right? You want to be there for all of it leading up to it, to be able to access all of the magic and all of the little Easter eggs that I will be putting into this community over the next couple of months. And that is it, you guys. I am so happy to share this with you, and I'm happy to be kind of back in the flow of like my life, you know. And as some of you guys may know, I recently lost my mother, and so it's been a big transition for me, and finding my flow again with videos and content and really everything has been tricky. And the love and support that I've gotten recently from the comment sections of these videos and all the recent uploads, I just can't thank you guys enough for inspiring me to keep doing this work and just letting me know that you guys are out there and that you love what I'm putting out. So you'll see much more of me in the coming future, and I am just so happy to be back with my tribe. All right, you guys, I'll see you in my next video. Be blessed.